Motivation and adolescence. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. What is motivation? Motivation is an internal state that arouses, directs, and maintains behaviour. The motivation to learn is the tendency to find activities meaningful and worthwhile and to try and benefit from them. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. How then can we as teachers create a better motivational learning environment? Let's take a closer look into motivation. There are two types of motivation. Intrinsic motivation is the desire to pursue one's own values, interests, and self-satisfaction. You do something because you want to, and it's enjoyable, not because of the outcome. Motivation can be adapted by a student to progress their own development and learning of a skill. Extrinsic motivation is our desire to perform a task controlled by an outside source. You do something to receive awards, benefits, and money, to name a few. What are intrinsic motivational approaches? Firstly, cognitive behaviour is determined by our thinking, which is directed and encouraged by our personal goals and expectations. Humanistic behaviour encourages people's inner resources, which are psychological, safety, love and belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. This was outlined by Maslow in his hierarchy of needs. In psychoanalytic behaviour, Freud suggests people are often unaware of the real reason for acting in a certain way, which results in internal conflicts. Sociocultural behaviour emphasises the engagement in activities to maintain a person's identity and interpersonal relations in a community. Learners are motivated to learn if they are members of a community that values learning. We learn by the company we keep. Now to look at our extrinsic approach for behavioural motivation. This approach involves learners analysing the incentives and rewards necessary to conduct a task. This approach was pioneered by several theorists such as Watson, Skinner, and Pavlov, the latter being the most famous for his experiment entitled Pavlov's Dogs. So in the classroom, for example, the teacher would provide the student with a gold star or a sticker to praise the student for successfully completing a task. So can these extrinsic and intrinsic motivational approaches be linked? Yes, they can. So from our intrinsic approach, cognitive, and extrinsic approach, behavioural, we can link these to make the expectancy value theory. This outlines the individual's expectations of accomplishing a task or reaching a target, and the value of the task or target to the individual. So that concludes the theory side of motivation, but how can we now put it into action in our classrooms? And what does motivational teacher look like? A motivational teacher creates a trusting atmosphere. The teacher gets to know the students and find out what motivates them. For example, the use of ICT or YouTube clips that relate to the topic being taught may help to grab students' attention and to motivate them to concentrate and participate in the class. Students are then encouraged to be creative, to engage, and are challenged in a subject they can relate to. Teachers who motivate as they teach spark curiosity in their students and also outline milestones and goals for the students to aim towards. How then is this portrayed in the classroom? Motivation in the classroom is displayed through the use of positive visual displays and a healthy, competitive atmosphere among students. Classmates are respectful and supportive of each other. Positive feedback from the teacher and peers alike reinforce students' motivation to learn. In conclusion, on one last final note for inspiration for you as a teacher to motivate your students, let's take a glance at this short video from TED Talks by Rita Pearson, a high school teacher, and let's look at how she motivated her students to learn.
I have had classes that were so low, so academically deficient that I cried. I wondered, how am I going to take this group in 9 months from where they are to where they need to be? And it was difficult. It was awfully hard. How do I raise the self-esteem of a child and his academic achievement at the same time? One year I came up with a bright idea. I told all my students, you were chosen to be in my class because I am the best teacher and you are the best students. They put us all together so we could show everybody else how to do it. One of the students said, really? I said, really? We have to show the other classes how to do it. So when we walk down the hall, people will notice us. So you can't make noise. You just have to strut. And I gave him a saying to say, I am somebody. I was somebody when I came. I'll be a better somebody when I leave. I am powerful and I am strong. I deserve the education that I get here. I have things to do, people to impress, and places to go. And they said, yeah. You say it long enough, it starts to be a part of you.
Thank you for watching our podcast. This podcast was produced by Fagan, Leah Kelly, Bridgeen Mc Glynn, and Annette Lordan.